Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do an update on the TikTok ban situation / the RedNote situation / the Blue Sky situation. Basically, TikTok looks like it's going to be shut down. So a bunch of TikTok users went to RedNote or Redbook, which is the Chinese equivalent. And there's some interesting things going on in regards to that. It looks like Duolingo is doing better than it's done in a long time. Duolingo's picking up a bunch of people who want to learn Mandarin to be able to use the Chinese social media app run by the CCP.
Yeah, ironically, our daughter was already learning Mandarin, but had nothing to do with the Chinese social media app run by the CCP. She just wanted to learn Mandarin because, you know, she's into languages.
Oh my God! So we're going to talk about this. We, again, as of recording this video, we don't know where the TikTok ban is, but there's all kinds of headlines now. They're saying, hey, Trump might sign an executive order. They're saying that Vine stars, remember Vine?
Yes, we mentioned it here a few times.
Vine stars are supposedly giving TikTokers advice on what to do when your career collapses almost entirely overnight. They're talking about product marketers bracing for seismic shifts in strategy. Yeah, because there were so many sponsorship deals, so many brand deals that went to TikTokers instead of YouTubers.
Well, now you can just give them to YouTubers.
Now you just give them to YouTubers, right? And no, we're good guys. We don't need you over here. Just so you know, we're all good here. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You will get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to clownfish-.com, help support the reef. You can also support the reef now. As of today, I turned memberships back on, and you can get the same paywall content out on the YouTube channel as well. So we're going to go multi-platform, guys. So yeah, Duolingo, which is actually here in Pittsburgh, they saw a 216% increase in U.S. users learning Mandarin to get around the TikTok ban. What?
It's funny to me because my daughter, she debated on going to the app, not because she wanted to go there because of TikTok, but because she was like, I'm already learning Mandarin and it'd be really great to like learn it from native speakers. But she's also like, but I don't know if I trust this app, so she didn't do it. But she's been thinking about it, not because she needs to flee TikTok, but because she wants to learn Mandarin, and that might be the better way to do it.
This is funny. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people are learning Mandarin just to use this app. And this app, if it is in fact run by the CCP, which my understanding is it is, chances are pretty good that it's going to get banned as well.
Yeah, I can't think it won't. I think that one should have been banned before
260%.
TikTok.
So from 25 to 54.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what does that even mean, though? Actually.
We need to learn Chinese to use the new app. Yeah, they're in for culture shock too. We've been talking about that. A lot of people.
Yeah, I told them what. I'm not surprised. I'm like, I knew exactly what was going to happen if you take, not everyone, but if you take the average TikTok user and you put them on a CCP run app, what would happen? And it's been exactly what I said would happen.
So this is coming from TechCrunch. Duolingo sees a 216% spike in U.S. users learning Chinese amid TikTok ban and move to RedNote.
The second thing is all the cool fun stuff on TikTok. A lot of it you're not going to get on RedNote. Like this gem, which came from TikTok, and it's hilarious. If you watch Dan to Dan, you'll see why. It's a dog gets neutered, and then this is what's left. You neuter your dog, and then you get this, and it's funny. But some of the stuff's not going to be funny. I mean, you're not going to be allowed to get to be as funny, I don't think. Over there on RedNote.
It'll be a different kind of funny.
But that's funny. I'm sorry. That's well played.
It is funny. But it's so weird. Like, again, we talking about just how quickly these platforms just come and go. Yeah, they're saying instead of trying to work around the ban, over 700 million TikTok users have shifted over to RedNote.
That's somebody they said they're sure of? No, wait. Go back up to the top. It says 500,000 TikTok refugees.
They're saying 500,000 here.
So I was like, 700 million sounds like the full amount of people who use it.
Is that right? 700?
No, I think that's how many people are on TikTok. I don't think that's the number of people who shifted to RedNote.
Yeah, that might be the total number.
That's the total number, not the number. I don't think so. Because here it's 50,000. It's probably closer to 500,000 or something.
Yeah, so probably a half. They might have meant 700,000, but they said more than 50,000 American Chinese users joined the room on TikTok refugees.
Okay, but I don't think it's 700 million people.
This came from Reuters. It's probably more
Okay, here. In 2 days, more than 700,000 new users. That's more like it. I'm like 700 million. That's not. That's not.
All right. So a little bit of a typo.
1,000 maybe, yes.
TikTok refugees have struggled with technical problems when signing up for RedNote. They only recognize 2 genders. What happened? And others immediately got booted for community violations.
Which was what you just joked about.
What do you mean there's only 2 genders?
Yeah.
The intent of the move from one Chinese-owned app to another is meant to send a strong signal to the U.S. government. It would be TikTok competitors like Meta, which is run by that Zuckerberg who's kissing Trump's ring now and probably drinking Coke too.
Read the rest of this though. TikTok competitors like Meta, that there's no demand for this type of social network experience that China creates, and U.S. companies will only manage to imitate. Wait, I'm going to read this by you again. This is sending a strong signal to the U.S. government that would be TikTok competitors like Meta. There's a demand for the Chinese created social media. Here's the thing: TikTok that you know is the westernized version.
Yes.
Of their social media platform. You try to go to their versions of the social media platform with that shit, you're not going to get very far. I mean, some of you people, I've seen your videos on TikTok and you're absolutely ridiculous. You try to take that far leftism, different identity checkboxes and all that crap to Chinese social media, you're not going to last. So you're not sending any message, because I think the message you're trying to send is we want something like TikTok. But the problem is you're not going to get the TikTok experience on RedNote, Little Red Book. It's called Little Red Book, for pity's sakes.
I know, right?
Look it up. China, Little Red Book. I'm just saying. Good luck with that.
Duolingo, so now you're learning Mandarin. Yeah, 216% growth in new Mandarin learning in the U.S. compared to this time last year, with a sharp spike in mid-January as RedNote's adoption took off. So what's going to be interesting, though, now is some of these people are going to understand when the Chinese are mocking them in Mandarin.
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
That's like it was so funny. We had some kids in California that spoke Spanish, and they would like make fun of some of the white kids in the class or whatever. And it's like I understand more Spanish than I speak, but I understood basically what they're saying. I'm like, you douchebag. I was like, what? Like, some people here actually understand it. Just because you're white doesn't mean you don't understand.
So the one guy who learns the languages and does the videos.
Oh yeah, he went to the one Chinese restaurant, I think.
Well, there was one, he went to the nail salon and he asked for pink, and then the lady who started speaking, I forget which dialect she was using, and she started speaking about him picking pink and about how weird, basically femboy type situation.
Yeah.
And he can understand whatever she said, so he starts answering her in the same dialect language she was speaking, and she was just like, "Wait, what?" It's like, yeah, exactly.
Never make assumptions. You never make assumptions about languages people can speak, because you have no idea. So if you're going to talk smack about somebody.
Well, it was funny. When I was a kid, my sister would speak this gibberish thing, and I learned how to do it, and I don't know if I can even do it anymore. Like, the guy led the garden to the goose, but the gibberish. Anyway, it's really easy, actually. We were sitting in line at Tower Terror, and it was her friend, and I, and we were speaking to each other in this because, we just didn't want anybody else to know what we're talking about. And they didn't. So we got to this point in line, the line divided into parts, and these people in front of us turned to us, and they thought we were not English speakers. So they're like, "You," and they're gesturing, "go first. Welcome to America." And my sister looked at him and said, "Okay, thanks." And then we walked to the other line, and they just were like, "What?" It was funny. Side note. Anyway, continue with what you're talking about.
No, I just think it's funny. So the reaction there, they're talking, apparently, is this legit? I'm not on RedNote, so I don't know. But they said, yeah, if the Westerners move in and they start stinking the place up, we're going to put you in containment. We're going to put you in your own little Western section of RedNote here.
They're going to probably contain them anyway, especially if they keep getting people coming through there and they're trying to use, trying to do American TikTok on the Chinese platform. It's not going to fly.
It is not going to work.
You're not teaching anybody anything by doing this. They're well aware you want TikTok. Heck, I don't blame you. I think TikTok's hilarious. But I also think TikTok has been ground zero for a lot of things that, have gotten out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not just, the reason everybody's freaking out, I think, so much about TikTok is because everybody lost Twitter. right?
Yes, we can't. Social media needs to be managed, needs to be regulated because there's so much misinformation because we don't own it now, and the misinformation we spread was okay.
I know.
But your misinformation is not okay.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, are you freaking? Yeah, so we got Biden warning against the rich tech billionaires taking over social media, and Harris literally was like, "Let's regulate social media and take it from."
Yeah, because they were fine with it when it was the way they wanted, and they had the ownership of it. When they don't have control,
oh yeah,
that's the problem.
I guarantee you, if Elon Musk was still a Democrat and he still voted the right way or the left way, they'd be all about it. They'd be like, he is the free speech champion by making sure that he dampens all hate speech.
Yeah, we want free speech. By free speech, you mean that you can't say anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
That you're shadow banned and everything else. I'm like, that is the antithesis. And I personally think I don't have to agree with you, but you have the right to say it.
So not that Elon's perfect. Like we're not doing
I don't like Elon Musk.
We're not doing a whole video on it, but that whole Asmongold thing with him posting private DMs. I'm like, dude, you are the owner of the platform. Like, you just violated your own terms of service. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, anybody who watches our channel knows I'm not a big Elon Musk fan.
I know.
Anyway, but continue.
So they're so afraid of Elon Musk taking Blue Sky from them that apparently a bunch of tech leaders, including the Wikipedia founder,
that's pretty much it. Yeah,
that's about it. I was gonna say Mozilla and Wikipedia. The Wikipedia founder, Jimmy Wales, and the Mozilla Foundation president, Mark Surman.
Is Mozilla around still? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, it is. Firefox, yeah.
Firefox, yeah.
So they're going to raise $30 million to protect Blue Sky.
Oh, my God. Okay, first of all, a couple things.
From Elon Musk.
One, there are antitrust laws for a reason. I don't think he'd be allowed to own X and own Blue Sky and own TikTok and own all the things they're afraid of. These regulations and stopgaps are in place for a reason. I just don't think he can go buy them all up because he wants to. But you guys are just acting like a bunch of babies.
Yeah.
We have to have Blue Sky say the way we want it so that we can keep misinformation in each other, but we don't have to hear about you.
Well, that's what they're saying here. They're saying that, it's called Free Our Feeds.
Oh, God.
The plan drops at a serendipitous time. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently said the company is dropping third-party fact-checking in the U.S.
Because it didn't work.
It didn't
You
work.
guys were like, the fact-checking was clearly biased. And a lot of times the fact-checking, I remember my mom had posted something, and it was about her health care, or something that actually happened to her, and they fact-checked it and said that doesn't happen in America, and that wasn't true. And she's like hell it doesn't! Because it was like something that she actually herself had experienced. And they're like, our fact-checkers say, because it makes, a certain side look bad, our fact-checkers say this isn't right. And it's like, no. See, if you had fact-checkers without bias, that we wouldn't be having this discussion.
This is just, everybody's like freaking the hell out. Everything is changing so quickly, and I think part of the reason everybody's so desperate to even to run into the arms of the CCP, they're so desperate to hold on to TikTok or something like TikTok that they're willing to do that, because that's pretty much it. Like, again, if they shut down TikTok, it gets shut down. That leaves Blue Sky. That's pretty much it. And we've gone from all the social media platforms being hard left to hard right within 2 years. Mm-hmm. So weird. It's not.
The thing is, it's like, but that's what they're afraid of. They want to keep Blue Sky hard left,
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't we just put the platforms to the center? I mean,
no, that's too easy.
But I'm just like, call it something purple.
Purple. Blue balls.
No, it can't be blue. That's purple. Purple nurple. Purple something.
Purple nurple?
And it's like, it's the platform for those who want to stay in the middle and want both extremes to get bent. But it's like, look, Blue Sky is the biggest echo chamber. If they're trying to claim Twitter is, it's really not in comparison to Blue Sky. Even leftist outlets have said, yeah, no, X is much more in the center than, Blue Sky, for example, and stuff like that, because it is an echo chamber. It is ridiculous. I just love the fact checkers misinformation, says the people who are promoting all the misinformation about COVID. All the misinformation, and if you said the wrong thing, you were kicked off or shadow banned. They were the ones doing all that, but because misinformation to them is just what we don't want you to know.
Yeah.
It's a load of shit. So, I'm sorry I just got off the rails. I'm just saying it's like, and Musk isn't going to buy all this stuff. He's not going to be allowed to.
No, that's not going to happen.
And they can de-quarantine on Blue Sky. It makes the world a better place for everybody else.
That's right. Yeah, that's the Those are the Shadowlands. Those are the places we don't go. Actually, Blue Sky, if you just went in, I'm going to be honest. If you just went in and just talked about comics and didn't talk about politics and talked about art or whatever, you're probably okay.
Yeah, you can actually train it.
Yeah.
Mine just has like cute pictures of animals and art and embroidery and, you know, like just like this photography discussion and stuff like that. I have it trained now. I still get the political messaging every few posts, but it's not like it was when I first came on there.
No. Yeah, it's just that we had an influx of people that were very pissed off about the election, and you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. But
and had Musk not bought Twitter, and they still controlled it, they would all still be on Twitter.
Absolutely, and I'd be off of Twitter because I'm like, because you couldn't even post anything. You couldn't even post mild opinions.
No, you weren't allowed to.
Dogpile.
That's what happens on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry if you're upset about TikTok. I don't blame you. There were a lot of really good, funny TikToks and stuff that I actually like that one I showed you. That was, if you're a Dan to Dan fan, that was flipping hilarious. But you know, there was a lot of other stuff that was really, really divisive content. And the people that wanted to promote that stuff and that are really all about that stuff are the ones who are running over to RedNote. What is it, RedNote?
Yeah.
It means little red book, so I keep getting confused. RedNote. And I'm just like, it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. You're not sending the message you think you're sending.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Okay. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.